Tonight, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL Preseason on EA Sports. As we'll see Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Kyler Murray and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their veteran quarterback in season number 16 of the NFL. It's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's one of those guys that's been around the block a few times in the NFL. And at this stage in his career, what he lacks in big playability, he more than makes up for it in veteran leadership, a real knowledge of the game, and being a terrific locker room presence.
A first carry down. This is Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Fitzpatrick. And this is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from second to third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 2nd season now from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here for J.D. McKissick. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Murray off play action. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 1st down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Screen play, Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll run with McKissick. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he'll need to put that interception out of his mind quickly because between the field goal and the pick six, they're already looking up at a 2-score differential.
And isn't it interesting that a lot of the time when we talk about having a short memory, we say that's a defensive back, right? Got beat for a touchdown pass, throw it out. Quarterbacks have to do the same thing. They make a mistake, come back and be the best quarterback you were before.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Here's McKissick. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first two possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 29, Fitzpatrick. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down. It's Johnson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Connects with Kittle underneath. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. They'll run on first down. Williams. And a short gain here down to the 22. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Colts are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use The back end of the end zone, the sidelines, is extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try to help against the run.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Devin Asiasi there to make the grab. And the Colts add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. It's good to make it 17-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking. See,
this is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. And we focus on Duke Johnson now. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this is caught at the 20. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Out of the shotgun, here's Fromm. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, here's Fromm. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Fromm. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On first down, Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. That's complete to Jake Butt. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And this carries into the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Haskins. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 39, Haskins. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Bullock's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here's Fromm to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Looking to throw from.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Throwing is from.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. Second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Play action, it's from.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
And we focus on Duke Johnson now. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. To throw again. Haskins. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Nick Nelson that time who got a hand in to break that one up. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Haskins going to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This from 54 yards away. And Bullock will put this one through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 39. Bullock's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a run with Montgomery. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And it's fielded at the 34.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there.
And it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On first down, it's Samuels. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Devin Asiasi
Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Fromm to pass on second down. Open man is Myers.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. That's complete into the hands of Myers.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fromm off of play action.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They run. Montgomery.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, here's Fromm.
It's complete to Brown, right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company.
He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Stanley Morgan, 76 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, that move's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Nice play, man.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
He was looking for Trey Quinn that time.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Fromm.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company.
A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well, really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely, just that 1 pick with the 3 touchdowns so far. They'll start the drive with Samuels, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. A big play there by the rookie, an interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Prater on to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Are you serious, dog?
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Philadelphia defense now as they head back onto the field.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll try and throw for it with Fromm.
And this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
The busy night continues for Johnson. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let him know. Mike, 53, Mike.
Again, it's Johnson, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, Michael Roberts, there. But now it's 3rd and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. First and 10 from. Got a man, that's Quinn. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Here's Fromm to throw. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Fromm. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
What was that, ref?
Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. might want to take that course.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. On first down from.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target. But it'll be second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a good...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Looking to throw from.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
On third down, Johnson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. On first down, Samuels. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And he's got it. And he's brought down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
They'll run it with Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down and goal. Haskins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll run with Samuels. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jalen Samuels taking it in. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Jalen Samuels who closed it out with a touchdown run.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he gets it up past the 35.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Throwing is from. Quick slant to Brown.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A gain there of 21 yards. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. on first down. He'll drop to throw it. Open man right side, Myers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
What did I think there?
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded in the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Indy set to go on offense once more. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Mike, 53, Mike.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On the ground, this is Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down, Johnson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass,